Yo, Pierre, you want to come out here?
Yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Fitz back in the bit with yet another video. Today I'm gonna be going over the build I plan on making on NBA 2K21 next gen. Now, I'm not gonna be able to fully go into exactly how I make it, but I've been doing research on how the builds work on next gen. I've put into play how the 95 overall system really is, like what 95 overall really is on the game. So I pretty much did like a lot of different type of math and stuff like that to do to make the build that I want to make for next gen. So it's gonna be very interesting. It's gonna be a lot of key factors that's gonna be very important on next gen to see if I'm gonna be able to make my build the way I made it. And yeah, this is gonna be the way I make my build. This is gonna be my main build. If I can make it like this, 2K21 next gen, it's gonna be a dub. It's just that simple. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead, hop straight into it.
I got digital dash camera with a op. I walk in the store and I buy the stock. I hide in the bins and pull out the lot. Got Tiffany diamond, it cost me a lot. They flying like birds, but drop on this hot. 400 degrees, I burned up the block. Burn out, make one call, they turn out. CC the gang, get the word out. When the shit getting hot, you the first out. Cover my wrist with a watch and I flood it with rocks. Now I look at the time all day. Be high, right through your block and I drop off the top and I know you can see my face. You my dog at the end, don't care what the bitches say.
Alright, so for some time now, we've actually known what the NBA 2K21 build system is. They took out pie charts, they took out attribute points when it comes to making builds. You're now going to be making your build from a 40 overall to a 95 overall. So when it came to me trying to find out how I'm gonna make my build on next gen, I used current gen NBA 2K21's create a player to be able to port attributes over from that screenshot that we had. We actually have extra screenshots now. I didn't really use the extra screenshots, but I did use the screenshots and video proof of what next gen overalls are. So pretty much when it comes to 2K my player builds, you probably know by now, when you're making these builds, you can go all the way to 99 and it won't be a true 99. You can go all the way to 95 and it won't be a true 95. But yeah, when it came to that, I made sure to see what the real overall would be if I put it all the attributes from the build that we saw in the little clips that they've given us so far of what the build system is when it gets to 95. Put that over into NBA 2K21 current gen, seeing what it was, and when it came out for me, it came out as an 86 overall. So when it came to me trying to make the best build possible, I tried to make sure that my build could reach an 86 overall. So with that being said, when it comes to that, I also made sure that I did the hype. But you know, when it comes to making a creative build, you know what I'm saying, it's not gonna make a difference. You know what I'm saying? So that's just one thing off the rip. So when it came to me making my build, for the attributes, I pretty much maxed out a lot of stuff and I didn't touch a lot of stuff. But when it came to a lot of the attributes that's in current gen and next gen, they don't have the same attributes. So I didn't really know fully what to do with that. So I had to twist a lot of these attributes in a way to make sure that when it came to the overall, it wouldn't fully affect the overall the way I wanted it to. So certain attributes that I don't see on there, I put 295, and certain attributes that I put on here are going to be 25 because I feel like they probably mix these attributes with other attributes. So such as attributes like post fade and post hook, that's not on next gen anymore when it comes to making your build, but they have post control. So I pretty much just had to do a guess that post fade, post hook, post moves is all mixed into one category now. And also, if you notice, lateral quickness is not on next gen build system, so I had to just put a random number. I didn't really know for sure what to really put, so I pretty much just based that off of my perimeter defense. Maybe that's mixed with perimeter defense, I'm not 100% sure. We have no way to know for sure until we fully get our hands on the game. So yeah, that's just pretty much how I did it. So I'm gonna go into detail exactly how I made it. So yeah, man, without further ado, let's go ahead and hop straight into it. Another tip when it comes to making these builds, when I was doing the research, I was peeping what attributes you have to get certain badges to Hall of Fame. So now you know that they took badges like contact finisher out the game and replaced it with posterizer. So if you want to be able to get that badge, you have to have it to a certain point. Now, if you can get that badge, you're gonna be able to get to the Hall of Fame in a certain attribute also. So to be able to get that, you need like around a 75 to an 80 driving dunk. I couldn't pinpoint the exact one But to be able to get it at Hall of Fame, you just need it from a 75 to an 80 drive and dunk. So I just want to make people understand that for a lot of these badges, depending on what you have, you're going to be able to get certain badges. Like if you put up your free throw, you're going to get like free throw badges. If you're going to get three-pointer badges, you got to put up your three-pointer to a certain point. Same thing with the mid-range, same thing with defense. So that's a very big tip that a lot of people need to understand. Now, the one thing that I did find interesting about that they didn't put it to like high 90s to be able to get these certain badges, which might be an L, it might be a W to make these builds be way more well-rounded. Alright, before we go too far into this video, I want to make sure to go over this. Now, we were at 4.2%. We're all the way up to 9.7%. But still, 90% of y'all that are watching my videos aren't even subscribed. I know y'all mess with the videos. We finna be going so crazy, so you might as well hit that sub button. It's that simple. Alright, so when it came to the attributes that I went for on my build, I tried to be able to make my build as well-rounded for my playstyle possible, which is going to be able to dunk, able to shoot, able to stick defense, able to speed boost, because I don't really care about passing and stuff like that. I just want to be able to momentum and speed boost whenever I want to. But when it came to that, you can't take for granted the physical attributes. I gotta keep making this known to y'all boys that's making these builds on next gen before it come out. That's a key note. Make sure that you don't take for granted physical attributes. So when it came to that, I pretty much broke these joints down into certain things like post control. That's going to be post fade, post hook, and post moves. I'm not going to touch that. I don't use the post, so I don't need that. But driving layup, I put that to a 95. Now, that's the thing that's not going to really matter for me. So if on next gen, I can't put a 95 driving layup, I'm not going to do that. I don't really need but like an 80 driving layup, to be honest. Or like an 81, because if you think about it, you have full control of your build now. So if you want to be able to have that +4 and reach to an 85, you can do that. You don't have to necessarily put it to a 95. I'm just going to tell you that right now. I did that with a lot of different things when it came to this. Now, one thing I did that might throw y'all off a little bit. Draw foul. That's another attribute that you don't see on next gen until you get like deeper into the build, into like the game. So it's pretty hard to really gauge how to really do that. Now, one thing I did do, I had to take a hit on close shot. You know what I'm saying? Now, I feel like I'm gonna need that, so I probably should have took a hit somewhere else, but I didn't really know what to do with that because I have no clue on how to fully gauge that. Now, when it came to stuff like mid-range and three-pointer, I tried to make sure both of those was as high as possible. I'm gonna have an 86 mid-range, so when I'm at 99, I'm gonna have a 90 mid-range. Now, three-pointer, I'm pretty much gonna put that as high as possible. Three-pointer, drive and dunk, speed, those are the three most important attributes for me when I'm making my build. So I'm gonna try to make sure my three-pointer is as high as possible, my speed is as high as possible, and my drive and dunk is as high as possible, because that's just really how I want to play. I want to be able to shoot threes, get dunks, and speed, and be fast as possible, pretty much. Not speed boost, but yeah, be fast as possible. Then when it came to the next category of stuff, we got free throw, ball handle, pass accuracy. So you see the ball handle. I want to be able to have that 86 ball handle off rip, but I don't necessarily need that. So depending on how I'm making my build, I'm gonna be okay with taking a hit at that 86 ball handle and just keeping it down at an 82. And then when I hit certain overall like 99, I'm gonna be able to have that 86 ball handle off rip. I'm not gonna be tripping if I have to do that. But for this, I just went ahead and put it to an 86. Now, when it came to the free throw, I left that at a 76 because you can't have everything to be as high as possible. So I just made sure I put that at an 86. Now, we're not going to fully be able to know how these caps work until we fully get the game. So like, for instance, if you make a 6'8" build, you're not for sure going to be able to make it have a 95.3. But if I don't have to, if I can go a certain height and be able to make my build this way, like if I can go 6'6", for instance, and I can be able to make my build this exact certain way, I'll do that. You know what I'm saying? Now, when it came to the pass accuracy, pass, stuff like that, I'm gonna just keep that at 70. I feel like 70 is like a good median where it's not too low, but it's not too high that it's just wasting attributes at that point. Then when it came to the drive and dunk, I put it to an 85. But now that I know now to be able to get content on, so you wanna be able to have that 90, I'm gonna make sure that I have a 90 drive and dunk on next year for sure. Then we got offensive rebound, standing dunk, I'm not gonna touch. I'm not even gonna lie to you, I'm not gonna touch. But offensive rebound, that's kind of important, but at the same time, it's not. So I'm gonna keep that at a 56 so that when I'm hitting 99, I'm gonna have a 60. That's just gonna make me that much better at getting rebounds. Then when it came to the shot IQ, that's not really on there. So I didn't really know what to fully do with that, but another thing, pass accuracy, pass stuff. I put all that to 70 because I just grouped all that with that one attribute that they give you on the next gen build system, because they didn't really go into detail on anything else. Now hands, another thing that's not on there, I just put to 95. So a lot of the stuff that I didn't see on there, I put it to 95. So maybe that stuff's not gonna be that high, and it's gonna be a lot easier for me to be able to make my build the way I want to make it. But yeah, that's just pretty much what I did. Then when it came to the defense, I have a 66 defensive rebound, a 61 interior defense, a 81 perimeter defense, a 71 block, a 81 steal, and a 95 shot contest. So shot contest, I didn't really see on next gen, so I just put that as high as possible. That was one of those attributes that I just put as high as possible because I don't really know what to really put that. But with that being said, if you're looking at all this other stuff, you see that's at like a certain point. So when I get +4 to that, when I hit 99, that's going to be a 70 defense rebound, a 65 interior defense, a 85 perimeter defense, a 75 block, a 85 steal. So you see what I'm trying to do here when it comes to these attributes by now. You got to be able to see that. So you saw I did that 86 mid-range. That's because when I hit that +4, that's going to make a big difference. So I just want y'all to be able to see like what I'm really trying to do with my build. Because you're going to be able to have full creative control over how you make your build, so why not do it the best way possible? You know what I'm saying? It's that simple. Then when it came to the athleticism, now this is going to be one of the biggest keynotes right here when it comes to making a build. Now lateral quickness, I honestly didn't know what to do with that, so I put that as high as possible so it makes as big of a difference on my overall possible. Now, it's most likely not going to be a 95, but with that being said, I didn't really know what else to really do with it, so I just made sure to put the biggest difference on my overall. So if I'm making the biggest difference on my overall possible to make it reach at 86, it's going to be as close as possible to what I'm going to actually be able to make on next gen. Then when it came to the speed and speed with ball, I want my speed with ball to be a 95. I want my speed to be a 95. I'm not going to lie to you. So if I have to go shorter in height, I will take that hit. So maybe I seen at 6'7", you could be like an 82 speed with ball. So I might have to look at what it looked like at 6'6". 6'5" might be the move for the way I'm trying to play. And that's gonna be able to make me make a lot of different types of builds within one build. So yeah, that might be really good for content for me. Then when it came to the acceleration, that's gonna be able to get to a 90 at 99. Vertical, that's gonna be able to get to a 75 at 99. Now, one thing about vertical that I didn't know at the time when I was doing this, you actually need vertical to be able to reach contact dunk requirements. But with that being said, I already be able to reach it because the highs I believe was either 70 or 65. I'm gonna probably be showing it on the screen, but yeah. Then when it came to the strength, I didn't really touch strength because the way I did my build, I didn't need it. Now, when I make my build, I'm most likely gonna put up strength on my build because that actually does make a difference in some ways. Hopefully 2K makes a bigger difference on attributes importance next gen, because a lot of attributes not really important on current gen. So like strength, they're not, for guards especially, it's not really that important at all. So, all right, last but not least, we're gonna go over stamina, but first let me go over hustle. I put it to 95 just to make sure that it affects my overall as much as possible because I was trying to reach the 86. But when it came to stamina, that's gonna be a very important attribute. I put it to 95, but I'm 100% sure it's not gonna be that easy to get to 95. But I'm gonna make sure the first thing I do is stamina on my build every single time, because stamina is an issue that's been an issue for years and years. Hopefully, instead of making badges what is important for stamina, hopefully they actually make the attribute the most important thing for stamina, because there's gonna be people that put their stamina not nearly as high as 95, trying to make themselves be able to have other attributes. Hopefully, if I put my stamina max, they actually make that much more important, hopefully. Next, when it came to the mental, all this stuff not gonna really make a difference, but pass perception, I put that as the same overall as my steal, because if you know, steal and pass perception over the years have been the same. Like if you put your steal to a certain rating, when you get into the full game, your pass perception will be the same thing. And your pass perception is pretty much how you get like pass and lane steals. But then when it came to the defensive consistency, help defense IQ, offensive consistency, pick and roll, defense IQ, I didn't really know what to put that, so I just put that as high as possible so it can make the biggest effect to my overall in the end goal. So yeah, then when it came to pretty much intangibles, that's another overall that I put up And then potential, that doesn't really matter. But yeah, that's pretty much how I fully made my build. Alright, next pretty much is going to be the takeover choice for my build. Now, this is the only thing I'm not 100% sure on, because when it comes to the takeovers, we don't know what's giving us plus 10s. We don't know what's giving us certain things. So I'm going to be just basing it off of what I saw on current gen. So with that being said, I got a lot of different options here. I like extreme clamps. I like pretty much all of the playmaker takeovers except for probably team takeover boost. I don't really, you know what I'm saying? I don't really care about that, you know what I'm saying? I really would rather team ratings boost, team badge boost, spot up precision, limitless range precision, ankle breaking shots, and easy blow-bys. So one thing I pretty much know for sure I'm probably gonna be putting on is easy blow-bys. I'm thinking about the two most things I've probably been thinking about is easy blow-bys and spot up precision, because that's pretty much like on that's not spot up shooting. That's not like catch and shooting. That's like on standstill shots. Anytime you shoot a standstill shot, it's gonna give you a boost to that shot, no matter where you are on the court. Now, limitless range, depending what it sounds like limitless range does, it just really helps you. You know what I'm saying? It just really helps you shoot a lot better within your range. That seems like that's the only thing that's gonna do that. So limitless range might be another good one too. But it really depends on those two and easy blow-bys. But I do like team ratings boost, team badge boost. Those could be very overpowered. Extreme clamps is going to be another one that gets chosen a lot, especially for guards. Now, I obviously didn't look at any of the big men one because this is not a big man build. So understand that. But yeah, those are the ones I've been looking at as of right now. Now, when I'm comparing that to the builds that we have right now, when I'm comparing that to builds like the Giannis build and the 2 KD builds that I discussed yesterday, I feel like depending on what height I choose, I feel like I can make my build the exact way I plan on making it. Now, with that being said, it's probably not going to be able to have a 95 three-pointer, a 95 speed, a 95 smooth ball, and a 95 driving dunk, or 85 driving dunk, or a 90 driving dunk, for instance. But with that being said, I can be able to get that as close as possible. Now, one thing I think I've noticed, when it came to the weight, I feel like the weight is going to make a difference on how high you can get your driving dunk. I feel like the height is going to make a difference on how high you can get your driving dunk. Because when dude made it 6'7", 215, with 7'2" wingspan, he had a 95 driving dunk. But when he made it 6'8", 215, with 6'11" wingspan, he had a higher three-pointer, but his driving dunk didn't go to the same thing. So I feel like the height, weight, wingspan is going to make huge differences on how you make your build. So if you want to be able to shoot a lot better, you're going to probably just have to have a higher three-pointer. If you want to be able to have a higher three-pointer, you're going to have a shorter wingspan. It's just going to be that simple. But if you want to be able to get more dunks, you're going to have a longer wingspan. But also, if you want to be able to dribble a lot better, you're going to have a shorter wingspan too. So depending on how these heights change and transfer, that's going to really tell me what type of build I'm going to be able to make, and if my build that I made is going to actually be able to transfer over into next gen. So yeah, that's going to be pretty much the type of build I'm going to be making. I feel like all that stuff I went over is going to be working. Now, when I showed you guys like 95, that's pretty much going to be whatever the max is on the next gen that I can do for whatever height, position, and stuff like that. Weight, wingspan, whatever the max is, that's what I'm gonna be putting it to. For like stuff like three-pointer, when I put it to 95, that's what I'm gonna put it. But when it came to like the little random attribute, you know what I'm saying, I put that up because that's not really on here and that's not really relevant. So I just made sure to put that up as high as possible so it affected my overall as much as possible. That's simple. So yeah, that's going to be pretty much the type of build I'm gonna be making. We're gonna go over my build in another video when the full game come out, but for right now, this is what I believe is going to be the best build off rip. But when the full game come out, we can really go into more detail. I'm gonna be streaming it, my game. I'm gonna be getting it as soon as the game drop. That's when I'm gonna be pretty much have it. So I'll be streaming it, going over what build, trying to find what build I'm gonna have. So yeah, stay tuned for that. But yeah, man, that's gonna be pretty much the end of this video. Go ahead, leave a like on this video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you do, man. We got more videos coming out every single day. Turn on post notifications to be the first to every single one of my videos. Share this video to anybody you think this will help. But yeah, man, it's your boy Fitz, man. And I'm out there, man.
Head in the clouds, walk through the city, they taking you out. Bitches be talking, they running their mouth. A bag in the back and a stick in the couch. You know what it's about. Had to cope with all the pain, so I'm about to die, man. They say he going too fast.
I want to make sure to go over this. Now, we were at 4.2%. We're all the way up to 9.7%. But still, 90% of y'all that are watching my videos aren't even subscribed. I know y'all mess with the videos. We finna be going so crazy, so you might as well hit that sub button. It's that simple.